Hello again, guys. It's Blisses here again. Let's make mini pizzas. Let me show you exactly how I made these ones. So first of all, we're going to make the sauce that goes on the pizza. Okay, and so for this one we need tomatoes, different peppers. We need carrots, onions, green pepper, and a little bit of ginger. I'll also be showing you the seasonings we are going to use. So you wash them properly and just cut them into chunks. They don't need to be tiny, just like this. And then add oil into your pot and then just put them in. Okay, we're going to let this cook, or will I say fry, for until it's done. I'll show you what it's supposed to look like. All right, so I'm seasoning here with curry powder. This is thyme. This is chicken seasoning. This is a little bit of chili pepper. Then you just stir that together and let it cook for a while. Okay, I'll also be adding in chicken tomato paste. Sorry, I'm adding in tomato paste to this. Then you just that's stock cube. Then you just cover it up and let it cook. Okay, so this is what it looks like after a while. So we're going to cook it until the whole liquid dries up. Okay, you want everything to dry up properly. So that's what it's looking like now. It's been cooking for about 15 minutes and here it's ready. So I went ahead to blend it into a very smooth paste, and this is what it looks like. So after cooking it, you just cook until the liquid dries up and then you blend in your blender. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So I'm going to set this aside. We'll come back to it later. So in my bowl here I have 3 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of yeast, 1 tablespoon of milk, 6 tablespoons of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of margarine. Okay, so with my hand I'm just going to mix that together. So mix it properly and then I'm adding my water little at a time. Okay, so you add your water little at a time until you get the consistency you're looking for. Okay, the list of all these ingredients and their measurements are going to be in the description box below, so you can check that out if you're trying to make this for yourself. So after everything is well combined, you bring it out to your work table and knead. You want to work this for about 10 minutes. You need to knead this for consistently for 10 minutes. Okay, because you want your dough to be as smooth and as beautiful as possible. So after 10 minutes, this is what it looks like. Very, very smooth. Okay, so into the bowl I'm just adding a little bit of vegetable oil, then I'm placing the dough back in the bowl. I'm going to cover it up and let it rise for about 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, just let it rest for about 30 to 40 minutes, and then we're going to go ahead to prepare the fillings. So here I'm using sausages, chicken, bell peppers, and onions. Okay, that's the sausages. I fried them, that's why it's looking that way. It shrinks after you fry. Okay, so I'm going ahead to cut up to slice everything: the bell peppers, the onions, the sausages, and then I'm going to show you how I seasoned the chicken. So for this chicken now, I just boiled it without seasoning. It was not seasoned at all. So I'm going to show you how I season for pizza. Okay, so I just cut them into pieces like this, and then into my pan I'm going to add the seasonings into this pan. Now the heat is not on at this point. I'm just trying to season first. So into the pan, I'm adding chicken seasoning. I'm adding in chili pepper. This is curry powder, thyme, stock cube, ginger powder. Okay, so the heat is on at this point. I'm mixing this all together, and then I'm going to add in bay leaves and Cameroon pepper. This is just small pepper. Mix that together, and then I'm adding in onions. So now that everything is looking good, I'm going to add the chicken into it. Remember, this chicken doesn't have it was not pre-seasoned. Okay, notice that I didn't add salt to this. You can add salt if you like, but my chicken seasoning and stock cube has salt in it, so I didn't bother adding extra salt. But you just taste as you cook. If you feel like it needs salt, you can add salt. And then I'm adding ketchup. You can add tomato sauce or whatever sauce you have, just to add a bit more moisture to it. Okay, just for moisture and taste. So I added in a little bit of leftover yellow pepper, and this was done. So this is everything that we have for our toppings. So our bread has been rising, our dough has been rising, sorry. Our dough has been rising, and I'm going to begin to shape it now. See how beautiful the dough looks? That's the way it's supposed to look. Very soft and nice. Okay, so I'm going to roll this out into a circle, and then we'll go from there. Hello guys, so at this point, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well to click on the subscribe button. I have amazing videos that come in from time to time every week. Okay, so please do well to subscribe, and if you haven't clicked on the like button, please click on the like button and leave me a nice comment or questions in the comment section. Okay, and I'll be sure to respond. Okay, so at this point you can use whatever circle cutter you have. I'm using the cover of my blender here to just cut out small circles. Okay, so depending on the size you want your mini pizza to be, you can use a small bowl, the cover of whatever you have, just to cut small circles. Okay, so here I've greased my tray with margarine, and I'm just placing the dough on the tray. Okay, so sorry this part did not show, but I brushed a little bit of vegetable oil on the dough. Okay, on each of the circles, I just brushed a little bit of vegetable oil on them. Okay, and then I'm adding in that sauce we made, the tomato sauce. You just spread it on each of the dough. So just spread as even as possible on the dough. Okay, just the way you're seeing me do here. And then next is our cheese. This is mozzarella cheese. You can't make pizza without cheese. Okay, so this is the cheese. I'm going to grate it now. So this is what it looks like, and then it goes on the pizzas. Okay, so as soon as you're done with your sauce, the cheese goes on the bread, on the dough. Sorry, I keep calling it bread. It goes on the dough next. Okay, so you can add as little or as much as you want, depending on how you like it. I'm personally not a huge cheese fan, so you see me adding it sparingly, but You can add as much as you want. So after the cheese goes on the dough, next is our chicken. Okay, so you spread the chicken as the way you like. Just make sure it goes round the dough so that each bite you take there will be chicken on it. Okay, so you spread the chicken round. Please guys, I hope you've clicked on the like button. Please, if you haven't done so, do well to just click on the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, please do that. Okay, thank you so much. All right, next is the sausages. Okay, you just spread it round as well. And after the sausages, you just decorate with the bell peppers. Just whatever way you like to do them, you just add. The bell peppers are mostly for beauty. And then you top off with more of the cheese, as little or as much as you want. At this point, my oven is already being preheated. Okay, so I baked this for, depending on your oven, this can bake for in a very hot oven 8 minutes, 10 minutes, but at most 15 minutes. Okay, so depending on the heat of your oven, you can just keep an eye on it, because they are mini, they are small, so they bake very fast. So this is what it looks like after baking. Very beautiful, yummy, fresh, homemade. Okay, it was very nice, just as good as the big one, but then these are mini ones, for your family, for children. And that's how it came out. So thank you so much guys for watching. Thank you for always stopping by.